Hello. So it is time for week 6. Yes, 6. Um of um of OFC season 10. You have to excuse me. I'm recording this team builder quite tired. Um we've got to play Extreme this week. And their team is on screen. This is going to be a fat off, to be quite honest. Their team is Garchomp, Corviknight, Slowking, Skeledirge, Sneasler, Florges, which can Terra, Rotom, Umbreon, Knacklestack, which can Terra, Avalugg, and Persian that can Terra. So I'm not expecting Persian at all. And I don't really expect Avalugg. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense. But honestly, I think the other 9 could come easily. As I say, their team is fat. We both have pretty bulky teams with a couple, like... We actually have quite similar teams in terms of, like, what we have, like, in terms of, like, styles of Pokemon, because we've both got, like, a really fast physical attacker. I've got Cinderace, they've got Sneasler, who've both got a kind of mid to high speed dragon. I've got Hydreigon, they've got Garchomp. We've both got a Rotom, we've both got a very specially defensive Fairy, we've both got a Slowking. We've each got a Pokemon that's super fat and annoying and never dies. And we've also each got something fairly slow that can also just win the game. Between Skeledirge and Glastrier. So yeah, pretty interesting actually that we've kind of somehow built very similar teams in terms of like styles of Pokemon, but they're definitely fatter, I would say. But they also have like the slight speed advantage. Because obviously Garchomp's faster than Hydreigon, and Sneasler is 1 point faster than Cinderace. So on paper that sounds bad. I'm trying to going for an out fat off against someone with a fatter team, but also has faster Pokemon. But the advantage is not all of their Pokemon can do big damage. Corviknight can set up Iron Defenses and Body Presses, which can be annoying, but takes time. Slowking compared to Glowking doesn't do as much damage. And I wouldn't expect to be offensive here. And they also have Umbreon, which isn't going to do damage. Like, it'll foul play. That's about it. They could bring Knacklestack. I watched their last week, and I might watch a couple of their other matches just to see. But I at least watched the last week they played, because they won, so I was like, okay, well, let's see how they're winning. I think they're 2-3 at the minute, and we're 3-2 now. And they just out-fatted them, their opponent. They brought Double Wish with Florges and Umbreon, and Iron Defense Body Press Knacklestack with, I think, Terra Fairy, and just, like, out-fatted their opponent. They just couldn't break through. So, obviously Skeledirge is super scary as well. Playing that thing get out of hand is not going to be something I want to deal with. They've got the Rotom advantage, of course. They've got Mow over Wash. Sneasler is super annoying because Diaclaw is a very stupid move. A physical 80 power poison move with a 50% chance to either poison, paralyze, or sleep. Because that's fair. Garchomp can do a myriad of things. It can be tanky with stacking hazards. It can be offensive with a life orb. It can SD. It could scarf. And then there's Florges. Now, we all know I love Florges. However, the last season of OFC, I actually got swept by a Florges that was Terra. And it's part of the reason why this team actually went through a couple stages of development. Originally, this was I had a team in mind, kind of planned, but just hadn't really put the pieces together. Like, one of those where you have an idea, but you haven't put the pen to paper. Like, I had like the full team idea in mind, but I just hadn't built it. And so I kind of sat on it for a bit, and then like I came back to it and was like, wait, Terra Florges actually is gonna roll this team, so I had to make adjustments. So, but the only thing I knew going in was that I wanted Rotom Wash and Tinglu. Rotom Wash is great just on paper against Garchomp. It's pretty good into Skeledirge. It's nice to Corviknight. It's nice to into Slowking. And Tinglu is just a great super bulky Pokemon. It also sets up hazards which forces Corviknight to defog them away. So I was like, okay, those are the two things I want. For sure. So let's get into the team. Starting things off with Cinderace. Yeah, nothing too crazy with Cinderace. Cinderace at one point was actually going to get dropped. But, I was like, wait, if I don't have Cinderace, and they bring a spike stacking Chomp, and I don't have any way to remove those hazards, I'm kind of boned. So, I figured it probably best to make sure I got Court Change. We've got a bit of bulk on us. Like, there's an argument that I could even run more bulk, but, the calc with offense actually is quite nice. We're only faster than Adamant Sneasler, by like a point or two. And that's just because obviously if they're jolly, they'll outspeed us and, you know, whatever. That's fine. But if they're adamant and they try and get greedy, thinking I'm only going to outspeed Garchomp, then they're going to have a rude awakening. So, moveset: Parabol, U-turn, Iron Head, and Court Change. Parabol and U-turn obviously very standard. Iron Head is for Florges, because I want to try and make that Florges Terra if possible. And the reason why the attack investment is so nice is because, like, Libero Iron Head is a 2-hit KO, like a guaranteed 2-hit KO against Florges that even after it protects, like, to gain extra lefties, it's not going to take 2. So, it's really nice for that. The main thing, however, with Cinderace is not the fact that they've got a Slowking, because I can U-turn on that all day, the fact they've got Skeledirge. Other than Sucker Punch, I can't really touch the thing. So, like, sure, I could maybe just run, like, there was thoughts maybe to run Blaze and just try and have Sucker Punch, but they can just sit there and Will-O-Wisp or Slack Off and just, like, not care. While I run out of Sucker Punches. So I was like, there's no point me trying to take that thing on with Cinderace. Like, I've got other Pokemon, I may as well try and take those on. Or take it on with other Pokemon. Next up was an addition to the team that was made over the process of changes, and why, if you're looking at the screen, you don't see a Rotom Wash anymore. And that is Glastrier. So, Rotom Wash got dropped for Glastrier for this team. Because it was looking into what I had built, the most expendable, whereas I needed Glastrier, because I looked at my team, and I looked at a Florges that was Terra, Water, Calm Mind, and I looked back at my team, and I was like, I have no answers to this. So, I kind of needed a strong physical attacker that was, like, able to break that kind of Florges, and that's why we've got Glastrier. We've got Icicle Crash, Stomping Tantrum, Terra Blast with Terra Electric, so this kind of becomes our electric type, and Swords Dance. We are not running a lot of attack investment. We're only Adamant 4 attack. The rest of the EVs is a tiny bit of speed for speed creeping, if in case they want to try and speed creep with Slowking for some reason. I don't know why. But also... But then we've got, like, the rest is in special defense, and this is to help take on Florge's hits. We don't really OHKO anything with Glastria, but with a Swords Dance, we pretty much, anything that's weak to a Glastria hit, any one of its moves, will die, to +2. So, like, for example, like, Sneasler can live Stomping Tantrum even if I'm max attack. Pretty sure. Or, like, it's a roll, but then they can run bulk and it's not worth. Whereas at +2 it dies. Chomp dies to Icicle Crash unless it's running Yachi Berry, even before the boost. And then after the boost it dies through Yachi Berry. +2 Electric, Terra Blast, OHKO's Slowking. Like, the coverage of, like, Electric, Ice, and Ground is, like, disgustingly good. And the only things that it doesn't hit super effectively are... I guess it doesn't hit Avalog, I guess, but, out of what, like, the Pokemon I'm expecting, it's between, Umbreon and Florges that it doesn't hit super effectively. And I'm hoping that the Florges Terras. So, yeah. Now, you might be looking at this item, and thinking, you're insane, and I'm like, yes? Shuckerberry kind of gives us a bit of insurance and hoping that I can get even more out of Glastria than I would otherwise. Because as soon as I Terra Electric, Garchomp is going to come in and try and revenge me. And boy am I going to try and Shuckerberry and Icicle Crash that thing, and instead of trying to get a 1-for-1 with Glastria, trying to like take out Florges or something else, and then as Garchomp comes in, like, instead of me having to switch out, I'll eat that Shuckerberry, take an EQ, and kill the thing. So, yeah, that's the hope. Only works if Glastria doesn't get too chipped, but should be good enough because the natural defense is so high. I don't know how much it does. I don't even know if I look to calc on how much the Earthquake is gonna do, but we'll find out in battle, I guess. But yeah, if I can get a Swords Dance off, I can do great damage. If I don't get a Swords Dance off, everything gets 2-hit KO'd anyway. Obviously, Skeledirge doesn't really. That's the only one that doesn't. Because of Unaware. So, like, I think physically offensive takes, like, 35% from Stomping Tantrum, something like that. Because my original idea was, the first thoughts were, like, I want to run Choice Band, Terra Ice, Glastria. But that doesn't even, like, 2-hit KO Skeledirge or Slowking, and I'm like, nope, that's not going to work. So, instead we've got this super defensive Swords Dance Glastria, who can help switch into Florges and maybe some other special attackers as well, and go for a nice Swords Dance and get some good damage going. So, we'll see how that goes. Next up, Specs Hydreigon. They may be expecting Scarf Hydreigon. I am going with a pretty bulky Specs variant. So, like as kind of mentioned with Glastria, I wanted some form of breakers, because Cinderace isn't running a Life Orb, so it's not doing a ton of damage. It's doing decent, solid damage, but not a ton. Glastria is going to be mainly setup reliant. I mean, the attack stat is still really good. Like, it's still... You can't really moan at this kind of damage output. But I still wanted a strong breaker. So that's why we've got Hydreigon with Choice Specs here. And we're pretty bulky. we're outspeeding a Garchomp that's not got any speed, so if I see they're like a really defensive Garchomp, then maybe we'll go for it. But for the most part, I never want to try and make that decision unless like I'm desperate. With Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, and U-Turn. Might think, why not Flash Cannon? There's a Florges there. Well, I'm hoping the Florges Terrors. So, because, like, I've got ways to force it to Terror. Like, I've got the Cinderace, and we've got Glowking coming up, as you'll see in a sec. So I'm hoping to force it to Terror, and then Dark Pulse is super spammable. Dark Pulse or Draco, depending on what they bring. Because if they bring Umbreon, then they've got another Dark Resist. But otherwise, like, Draco's really spammable. Spadef Corviknight can tank it, and that's kind of why we got Fire Blast. Spadef Corviknight can take, like, 42% min from this thing, which is stupid. But Fire Blast will, you know, do very, very good damage, force the thing out. So, yeah. Specs Hydreigon's hopefully going to be a nice breaker. Hit some things very hard. And do some good damage. But obviously Florges kind of needs to be terrored for it to do a lot. But that's also why it's really nice to have it with U-Turn, because we can just pivot on things and be like, cool, I'm just going to get out of there. Next up, Slowking. This is our Sneasler check. That's why we're running Covert Cloak. Covert Cloak just to make sure we don't get any BS from Diaclaw, because if my dedicated switch-in is gonna get Diaclaw put to sleep, I'm going to be dead. So, that's why with that, we're pretty physically defensive. We take a +2 Night Slash, or Shadow Claw, whichever one they choose to go for. This Adamant after Rock/8 layer of spikes. And then the rest in Spadef. With the moveset of Psyshock, I might change that to Psykick. I think I was considering that. Why was I considering? Oh, yeah, no, I know why. Yeah, I was going to change that to Psykick over Psyshock. Sludge Bomb, On the Wave, and Chilly Reception. So, I originally was, I haven't run Future Sight that much this season, and I was definitely considering it here. But Sludge Bomb doesn't break a Sneasler sub, so if they're like sub SD, I'm really dead. So we've got Psychic. I had Psyshock, but Psychic's gone on because of Knuckle Stack. I kind of thought about it. I was like, wait, if I run Psychic, then I can actually take on Knuckle Stack really well, because like Iron Defense Body Press isn't going to do anything to me, and I can just kind of Psychic the thing until it, you know, is forced out. And with Covert Cloak, we're not affected by Salt Cure, so I was like, well, I probably want to run Psychic then. Thunder Wave is just the general move to click. Obviously, Garchomp wants to come in on this a lot, for obvious reasons. So while I could run Ice Beam, I'd rather just have Thunder Wave, because if I do catch Garchomp, or if they try and go into anything else, getting Thunder Waves on a lot of these things is really nice. Obviously, if I catch it on Sneasler, that's great. But, like, any of these fat, bulky mons, like Umbreon or Skeldurge, Florges, Corviknight, I actually don't really want it on Slowking, because we're min speed, because we're going to go for Chilly Reception Speed Ties, because that's what we've got to do. So, I want to get the slower one, so technically I'd like to Thunder Wave Umbreon to get synchronized, so I'm slower. That would also risk 25% chances, and oh boy, do I not want to risk those. But that's kind of why I want to Thunder Wave, because there's a lot of... This is going to be a bulky match, so having just, like, the chance of a turn where, like, they just don't do anything can be really good for me. So, Sludge Bomb's really nice. It's good for Florges and pressuring it to Terroring. It's nice for Rotom as well. I wanted so many different coverage moves, like Thunder... not Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt? Just like forgetting. Yeah, you don't. Okay. But I was like Fire Blast for Corv and Ice Beam for Garchomp, and I was like, it's just too many moves. So I'm just gonna go with Thunder Wave, and then because I wanted Chilly Reception for sure. So because Chilly Reception gets us into Glastrier really nicely. but also it's just great pivoting in general. So, run out of music. There we go. God, this is a long team builder, I apologize, but I've thought about this for like a week and a half, so you'll have to forgive me. Next up, Sylveon, Wish, Protect, Hyper Voice, and Psyshock with a Kabia Berry. This was, I suppose I haven't mentioned this at all yet, but shout out to the Fat Rat for helping with giving input on team building. A little louder. And this was their suggestion to run Kabia Berry, Psyshock, Sylveon to bait Sneasler. Obviously, there's Diaclaw doing Diaclaw things, but also it means I feel safe just like staying in and going for a hit against it. If they want to try and get fancy and go for a U-turn, you can stay in and just Psyshock and say, I'm not playing those games. But also, this is pretty nice in the Garchomp. If they're not running any boosting item, then Iron Head isn't even a 2-hit KO. So, yeah, that's really nice. But the main thing with Sylveon is the fact that I've got Wish. They've got 2 Wish passes, I need to bring 1. This is a fat off. So, if I don't have any way to recover some of my Pokemon that don't have recovery, things like Hydreigon, Glastria, and this bulky Cinderace, then we'll be in trouble. So I needed to make sure I had Sylveon. And like the priority between changing of like I really want Tinglu and I really want Root and Wash changed to I really need to make sure I have Slowking Gala because I have nothing else that takes on Sneasler very well, and I need to make sure I have Sylveon because I need a Wish passive. So yeah, we'll see if we can get Sneasler with the Psyshock. If we do, that frees up Slowking a lot, just to kind of do whatever and make sure it's just annoying and pivoting and see what it's useful for in the matchup. And if we're able to take down Garchomp, then Sylveon's pretty freed up as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Nothing too crazy with Sylveon here. Last Pokemon, Tinglu. Tinglu was going to be a cut, but as I say, Rotom was the one that was cut for Glastria. I was considering cutting Cinderace, but I kept it because of Court Change and Iron Head being really, really useful. And I kept Tinglu because it's really important for Skeledirge. We're max HP, max special defense, but then we're impish for some extra defense. This helps take on Chomp a little bit better with the extra defense. But then the max special defense is really important for Skeledirge because even while burned, Tinglu can take on Skeledirge really well. It's like very good into it. We've got Ruination, so we're always doing 50% to it, so it's going to be forced to slack off a million times, and then it just doesn't win that war. We've got Whirlwind to blow the thing away. They've got a few setup mons that I would like to blow away, just in case they start getting greedy. Things like, there's a couple Iron Defense Body Pressers, and obviously this Nasty Plot Rotom, though I wouldn't really want to do a lot of those, like those are kind of last resort things, but generally it's just to click Whirlwind while we've got our Stealth Rocks up. I kind of had to decide between Stealth Rock and Spike. I chose to go with Rocks because I want to be clicking other moves with Tinglu for the most part, other than just setting up hazards, especially when they can just remove them with Corviknight. So I was like, well, I may as well just click the Rocks once, because otherwise, like, I can click Earthquake. Earthquake does pretty good damage to a ton of different things. I don't think it Oko Sneasler. I'm pretty sure Ruination into Earthquake KOs some Skeledirges. I was looking at rolls, but obviously I've got to expect a Will-O-Wisp, which is why Glastria is never staying in on Skeledirge until I find out it's choiced or something. But even if Tinglu gets burned, it's not the end of the world, just because it could go for Ruination, and because they've got such a fat team, Tinglu's like one of the big advantages I've got, because like anything that they have taking 50% is really nice for me, because then something else can really easily pick it off, or they've got to spend time healing it. So yeah, really, really nice to have Tinglu to have that advantage in this matchup. So yeah, that's the team. We're playing later today. So wish me luck. This is going to. It might be. This is either going to be like maybe 30 turns, or it's gonna be like an hour and a half match. Which I hope it's not, because I've got work afterwards. So we'll see. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'll see you guys for the match. Wish me luck, because oh boy, it's gonna be an interesting one. All right, let's do this. Taking on Extreme. It's a day later. We had to slightly reschedule, but I'm feeling better than I did yesterday anyway, so honestly I'm okay with it. Felt really rough yesterday, but today feeling pretty good. Hey, they do bring Knuckle Stack. No Slowking as I thought. I think the only difference is no Rotom. I thought they'd bring Rotom and they didn't. It was interesting. So no Rotom. But yeah, everything else is there. Thankfully I've got Covert Cloak Slowking, so that can deal with the Knuckle Stack. Now, what I didn't think about was a lead. Because I can lead Cinderace, but if they lead Sneasler, I'm in a bit of trouble. Or I can lead Glowking, but if they lead Chomp, I'm in trouble. So okay, I'm gonna ask a very important question. Tinglu, can you live an Earth-banded Sneasler? One out of 16 times, good enough for me. No, it might be good enough. Just lead Tinglu. That's Jolly Band. I'm gonna go with it. It's Knuckle Stack. Okay. This is a fine lead for me then. I actually don't want to set up anything. I'm just gonna go for a Ruination. I don't want to set up rocks because if they set up rocks themselves, then I can just core change it. Cool. That's a free 50% on Corv. A-okay with me. They were expecting me to set up rocks. I'm going to this. So I'll take that free 50%. I could go for rocks now. They're probably going to U-turn. Or Roost. One of the two. Yeah, I think just getting up rocks is fine. They are slow. They are min speed. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't want to waste all my Ruinations here. Let me go for another rock. Then you turn on out. Okay. Well, I've got my rocks up and Corv's taken 50. If they repeated that interaction again and they roosted, I would have considered Whirlwinding for sure, but okay, yeah. Sneasler comes in. We're going to go into our dedicated switch into Slowking, because they do U-turn on out. That's fine, like, I expected that, but... that's actually banded. That is banded. Okay, that's good to know. U-turn would only do 28 if it's banded. Obviously, Chompers is coming in. Hello, Garchomp. How are you? I'm going to Sylveon. I don't know if Sylveon can live a banded diet. Oh, no, it can. It can. That seems like a lot. That seems like... Yeah, so that's Tank Chomp. Yeah, no, That was a max roll from Jolly Band. I am going to go to Hydreigon. So they brought double band. Ooh, that was a really good play from them. That was like a really good play from them. I doubt your max speed. I'm going to U-turn. I think there's no way you your max speed. Yeah. I didn't think so. I want to use this opportunity to get Sylveon healthy, to be honest. But, like... Am I scared of this? I mean, kind of. I kind of am. Especially because I'm going to be lacking switch-ins because, oh my god, it's banded. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Sylveon. It is Calm Mind. I'm not gonna get my lefties right. Okay, go into Slowking. They go for a Moonblast. Oh my god, I'm Curious Medicine? Oh no. Oh, that's really bad. I need to get a Wish off to this then. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. How did I not recognize that? Ooh, it's Terra Steel. Okay. I get to Chilion out. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Glass. I'm gonna Terra... Terra and SD? Yeah, Terra and SD. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning. I think the game is already over. I'm not even joking. The fact that I don't have regen just, like, completely kills me. Crit didn't matter. No way it mattered. If they go into something I've got a safe switch into, I'll go for it. But, otherwise, I'm not gonna bother. At least the Florges isn't dead. Glastria has kind of done its job. But I just don't have a lot. Just because I've got Curious Medicine. I don't have a regen. I can't be a repeated switching. And Sylveon's taken a lot of damage already. No, I think that was about right. Yeah, I'm not switching. Like, I'm not switching on that. All right, Knuckle Stack comes in. I mean, I'm okay with this. I get to go to Sylveon. I get a Wish, which is, like, unbelievably important. I'm going to Protect. I do not care. You can have your Roost. I need Sylveon. I want Sylveon full. You're about to say, you're just U-turning. I don't care. Go into your Sneasler and see what happens. I will kill it, and then Slowking's more expendable. Oh no, they just get a Dirge. You want me to have a free switch to Hydreigon? I could also just go to Slowking and get health on it, because, like, I'll take it here, and I'll be able to get my health back. And then I can just drop a Draco, or just Dark Pulse. I haven't really hit the thing with anything yet. Yeah, I think I'm fine going Slowking. I'm not dying to anything, I don't think. Yeah, absolutely fine. I'll take a Will-O-Wisp all day. Give me to Hydreigon. And then Specs Dark Pulse. Get to see what kind of core this is. You, my friend, are not going to enjoy this. I can tell you that for free. That seems like Spadef. Knuckle. Yeah, that's Spadef. It's a roll to get the kill because that was an average roll. We've seen Protect and nothing else. It would have to be running a good amount of speed to be outspeeding Ting-Lu. Probably, in fact, it would have to be running too much speed. So I could go to Cinderace, or I could go to Ting-Lu. I think Ace is better. I'm just gonna go Ace. Yeah, because unfortunately I kind of expected you to come in. Having something faster than the Chomp is nice, but like... There's only so many times Slowking can come in. But I'll go to it. But they go to Dirge, okay. That's fine, I'm just gonna go to Hydreigon. They don't care about you. I could have U-turned. And then got in Hydreigon for free. But like, I've got Specs Dark Pulse, I'm not afraid of you. Yeah, that's fine. And if they went into Knuckle Sack first, there's a good chance that Corv's Fizz Death. So I could just drop a Draco here. But I think it's safe to just go for Dark Pulse. This is dying. It lives on 1. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for it before. But, yeah, like... How much does Ting Lu take from Banded Hydreigon? Not Banded Hydreigon, Banded Garchomp. Ooh. Not bad. So it'll take a couple hits. So that's going to have to be my Garchomp answer. As Sneasler comes in, I have no choice, I've got to go Slowking. I don't care if you U-turn, I'm gonna die to Banded U-turn anyway. The other option is I can go like Ace on this thing. I might next time go to Ace and just be like, hey, what's up? In comes Chompers. Got a Ting Lu. They go for a D-Claw. Oh. I can just EQ right now. Oh, I could just EQ right now and get that Sneasler, because they have been over-predicting. But... I mean, that would actually work as well. Fair enough. Is it Ironhead? Would Ironhead even do that much? Do a chunk. But I'm probably just going for a Wish. And it's Brave Bird anyway. I don't care. They could hard switch here, expecting me to protect. Or I could just go to Slowking and get health back on it. Let's go to Slowking and get some health back on it. Chompers is coming in. Below Chomp. Yeah, because this is... I was like, do I just sack this? And I'm like... No! Because... If this goes down, they just stop U-turning. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Sneasler. Okay. Back to Slowking then. No, I should... That was... I said I was going to go to Ace. God damn it. God, why do I not have friggin' regen? Oh, no idea. Let's just check this damage. I think this is like no special attack. Yeah. Screw you! I'm Kabiaberry! Please don't stab me! Thank you! Goodbye! Screw you, Sneasler! Alright. Corv comes in. He's Corv faster than me. No, I am faster, so I can get a wish off. I could also just go to Ace. No, I'm just gonna go for a wish. They're gonna BB. I don't need help on Slowking at this point. So I'm just gonna go to Ting Lu. Most they can do is U-turn. But into what? At this point. I'll take 50% on anything. It'll be Shadow Ball last move. I think putting up rocks at this point is pointless because Skeledirge is going to be boost. Garchomp isn't taking much, and so it's just for Corv. Whirlwind isn't a bad play either, but I think just going for Ruination is fine. Like I say, I get 50% on that. They go to Dirge. They can try and Willow, but I've got Hydreigon that I'm fine bringing in as well. Or I'll go for a Ruination. Because I've gone into Hydreigon a couple times against Dirge. So if I just go for a Ruination here, then I'm looking real good. I can just keep clicking this. Okay, you're at 25%. If you've got a move, you've got to go for it now. If you've got Slack Off, you've got to go for it now. Yep. And I've got Specs Dark Pulse. Does Specs Dark Pulse take out Chomp? Probably not, is my guess. No, that's a bulky Chomp. Or even still, it looks like no. 66. Does Draco take this thing out? It's Spadef. Draco's got a shot at taking it out. So I could Draco. I could also U-turn. Not unreasonable to U-turn. Orville died to 2. If Garchomp comes in, I can just sack Slowking. Yeah, Corv's dying. Vex Dragon. They go into Chomp here. Because they can't go Dirge. Dirge, they'll die. Yeah, they gotta go to Chomp. I'll just sack Slowking. I think I might even live a Dragon Claw. Like, they're not gonna get the Skeledirge setup they want. And I can just Ruination to put Garchomp in range of Cinderace. Oh, that's the plan. So we go into Tinglu. We Ruination to put this in range of Garchomp. Sorry, of Cinderace. Ooh, it's Banded Outrage. Well, it makes sense now that I don't have a thingy. Okay, well, if Ruination missed there, that would have been an issue. I don't know if this kills. But really I don't have a choice at this point. I just kind of have to go for it. I wasn't expecting Outrage. I thought I'd be able to take 2. Come on! Confuse? Hit yourself? The Steel typing saves me. The Steel typing saves me. So the play is to U-turn. Yep. We U-turn. We go into Hydreigon. We click Dark Pulse and we win the game. Even without Regenerated Slowking, we win the game. Ooh! I thought we lost that. Oh! Even without Regenerated Slowking, we got it. Oh my god, I put myself at such a handicap because of that, jeez. Oh. Specs Hydreigon! Oh! Absolute demon! Thank God. I'd have been so upset if I lost that. So, yeah, we did it. So, yeah, we're 4-2 now. I think that's +7 differential. No, +6, I think. Let's go Specs Hydreigon, getting 3 kills. It's like the most work Hydreigon's done all season. The Kabia Berry Sylveon. Oh, clean. Galastria traded as it needed to be honest. So, yeah, I didn't get the 2-for-1 trade that I was hoping, but it's because I got greedy. I didn't think they just start calm mining up immediately. But yeah, they bought double band. And we managed to beat it. Bless Tinglu, bless Hydreigon. Blastoise did exactly what it needed to. It needed to take out Florges to allow Hydreigon to win the game. Thank you for the bulk that I put in Cinderace as well, because otherwise that would have been even closer. Oh dear. I'm just so happy with Specs Hydreigon. So 4-2, that puts us in really good position. If we have decent differential with 4-4, we can make it into playoffs. But 5-3 is a guarantee. So we're looking really good. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.